If you've ever leaked a little bit when jumping, like during a workout or playing with your dog or your kids, you are not alone. Leaking with physical activities like jumping is incredibly common, but that also doesn't have to be your normal. In today's video, I'm going to take you through a series of exercise progressions and tips to help you build the confidence in bladder control to get back to jumping without the leakage. I'm Dr. Alex Hill. I'm a double board certified physical therapist, and I specialize in pelvic health and oncology. So let's jump in. Leakage is not just about weak pelvic floor muscles, so I do encourage you to get checked out and work with a pelvic health physical therapist. I do have some resources in the description below to find one near you, but in the meantime, you can start working on these exercises on your form and on your breathing. As we move through these progressions, some key things that I want you to keep in mind are breathing and especially exhaling as you land or as you have an impact and when you would typically leak. By working on that breathing and coordination of your abdominal muscles, that's going to help with reducing the leakage, but also making sure that you have controlled landing. So when you land from your jump or from our first exercise with a bounce, I want you to be mindful that your legs are not coming in or dropping in, and that you're staying in a straight plane with your legs. That's also going to help with not leaking and supporting the pelvic floor. So the first exercise that we're going to do is a bounce. So we're not actually leaving the floor with our entire feet, we're just letting our heels come off the ground. So you're going to come up and then land with a soft landing. So you're coming up again onto your toes and then land. Toes, land. So it's just a bounce. As you land, so as your heel hits the ground, that's when you should exhale. So you're going to exhale as you land. Exhale as you land. Exhale as you land. So initially start out with slower movements to really get that coordination of the exhale as you land. And then as that gets more comfortable for you to do, then you can start to do a little bit quicker bouncing and just breathing normally. If you have leakage with that, stick here with this first exercise of just doing the bounce with the exhale as you land. The next progression is going to be a mini jump. So we're not doing a full, really big jump with a lot of impact. This is just a mini jump. So I'm going to start from the side so you can see me from here. So you're going to now leave the ground, and as you land, you exhale, so you breathe out. So you mini jump, land, breathe out. Exhale as you land. Exhale as you land. You'll also notice my knees as I land, they're not staying straight. That means a lot of force is getting pushed up and can impact the pelvic floor, make you have some more leakage. So as you land, you want to have soft knees. Soft knees. Soft knees as you land. So think of that like a little bit of extra cushion as you land to support the pelvic floor. So let's bring all of those together. So we have the soft land and we have the exhale as you land as well. So go ahead, small jump, breathe out, soft land. I'll show you from the front. Again, make sure your knees aren't coming in. We're just doing those mini jumps. Exhale as you land. Exhale as you land. You can do these for a set of 10 to 15, or if you're working on endurance, you can work up to a minute of doing these. It'll definitely get your heart rate going, get your legs working as well. But again, this is a mini jump, working on the controlled soft landing, exhale as you land. To make that more challenging, you can bring your legs wider than your hips, and we're doing, again, just a mini jump, starting to get some impact as our feet leave the ground. You see we have that soft knees, exhale as you land, nice, slow, controlled movements. You should try to be as quiet as you can as you land, nice, soft, controlled. If you don't have any leakage with this mini jump, then we can go on to the next exercise. This next one is going to be a squat jump. So your feet are going to be about hip width apart, and you're getting into a squat position. So I'm going to show you from the side here. Butt sticks out like you're going to sit down, and then you're going to jump land. So you see again, we stick the landing, soft landing, and just like with the first exercises, you breathe out as you land. So come into a squat, jump, land. Jump, land soft. As you land, remember you're breathing out. Breathe out as you land. Breathe out as you land. If you have some leakage at that point, you can engage your lower abdominals. You can try to do a Kegel as you land. The most important things though are the foundation. So exhaling as you land, make sure you have a soft, controlled landing. So try that a couple more times. I'll show you from the side. So you're gonna breathe in, breathe out as you land. Breathe out as you land. Breathe out as you land. So you can make it more challenging by getting into a deeper squat. So coming from a deeper position and landing in that same position. So you're exhaling as you land. Exhale as you land. And then you can make that harder by having a wide squat. Come down, and again, soft landing, exhale. If you can, and if you need to, you can do a pelvic floor contraction so you can engage the pelvic floor. So you're going to exhale as you land. Exhale as you land. So if that is good, fantastic. If you're having leakage with that, start with more narrow legs and not going down as far. So instead of coming all the way down into a squat, come into a mini squat and progressively work your way down. Now, the last jumping progression, we're going to simulate that you're using a jumping rope. So it's going to be not as big of a jump. So it's going to be smaller jumps, but we're going to be getting more repetition of these jumps. Now, some key points to remember as you're getting into jumping for jump rope is when you're jumping, you don't want to hold your breath. And number two, you don't want to get into the position where your chest is up and your back is arched. As you're doing this, that's going to put more pressure on the pelvic floor. You're gonna be more likely to leak. It's just not as optimal of a position. So when you're jumping rope, we want chest slightly forward, we want relaxed chest, and you're breathing regularly as you're jumping. So you can see I'm not arching back, slight chest forward, soft controlled landing, making sure everything is staying in line. So I'll show you from the front. So again, we're pretending we're jumping rope here, or go ahead, grab your jump rope and start out with a little bit slower jumps and making sure you're breathing. Relax posture and chest, relax the belly, show you from the side, slight forward, we're not arching back. That's going to help make sure that that optimizes the position for the pelvic floor. As that gets easier to do and you have less leakage and no leakage with doing those slower controlled jumps, then you can get into faster jumps. Again, making sure you're breathing through it, not holding your breath, and not arching your back. So those are your exercise progressions. We started with just the bounce with just the heels raising and lowering. And then we started with the mini jump with narrow feet, mini jump with wider feet. And then we went into the squat jump with more impact, more air time. And then we went into the repeated jumps, simulating jump rope. Great job. Remember, if you have leaking with jumping, don't get discouraged. Progress through these exercises at your own pace and focus on those tips we covered today. A relaxed chest and posture, coordination with your breathing, and soft controlled landings. Stay tuned for a future video on how to do jumping jacks without leakage if that is also an issue for you. If this video is helpful, make sure you like it, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with someone who needs it and your gym buddy to get them back to jumping with you.